Well, since you guys are following along to the channel, I want to continue keeping you in the loop on what's going on here. Last week in my video, I mentioned that I was starting a couple other channels, and I mentioned that one of my most popular or watched videos was just a talking to the camera video, which I thought was pretty interesting. And this week, what a YouTube Studio has this AI function on it now. Pretty much everything is AI now. Some of it can be cool. Anyway, it's only on the desktop. You can't get it on the actual app. And basically, I asked it to analyze my channel, and it kind of came back. It basically came back saying that, you know, people like your authenticity and like hearing about your personal journey in life and sobriety, right? And then the other ones after that in the list was, you know, the cinematic stuff and something else. What was it? But anyway, so that made me think that I kind of was talking about that last week, that I was going to continue doing the talking head videos. And I've decided I'll start this series here, and it's going to be like, it's going to be called the Unscripted Lens. I think that's what I'm going to do with it. And I was almost thinking, I should change the channel name to that, but I'm not going to get too ahead and change the channel name again. We can't do that. Don't want to do that. And as you can tell, I'm unscripted because I am driving, and which keeps this a bit more raw, right? And so let's get it started here. A couple things I was going to talk about today was, well, the weekend, right? I got that coming up. But the other thing was, one of the topics is I went and saw a dietitian, a nutritionist. I didn't go see him. I have an app that I used, and my company's got a lot of good well-being stuff, and they promote it, which is cool because I need all the help I can get. And in sobriety, it's something I like to do. I just want to feel better. And so I was at a meeting, and they talked about this app. So I scheduled an appointment, and we got some sessions that are covered by insurance. And it's not that I'm not trying to lose weight or anything. I just feel like crap all the time. I don't feel well, like my body, and just from the things I eat. And I don't eat super bad, but I eat bad enough to where I want to feel better, right? So it already got me started on a few things that I've started, you know, more electrolytes, right? Because that yoga that I do. Speaking of that, it's Thursday, so where am I heading? I'm heading to hot yoga, 75 minutes. Well, with the nutritionist or dietitian, that's easier to say for me. Dietitian, the thing I'm going to start cutting out completely is dairy. And I've done that before because I know that when I have dairy, my sinuses just clog up. And my wife will joke because I'll snore at night when I have dairy, right? Especially ice cream. That's a good joke around the family. And so I tend to not eat that stuff because of that. And then I just kind of get these headaches that I don't really enjoy. As much as I like dairy and I love pizza, but my biggest weakness is butter. Because I use butter, like, of course, toast. I cook eggs with butter on everything. I put butter on certain crackers. I'm Norwegian, so I love my butter, right? At least that's what I grew up with. We grew up with butter on our sandwiches. You know, I would have a buttered roll my parents would make sometimes. It's just something that I grew up with, you know. And I don't know if it's a back east thing or a Scandinavian thing, but I'm pretty sure it's more of a Scandinavian thing because we just like our butter. But I always found more places had butter back east too. All right. So we're gonna see how that goes, you know. And it's tough, but sometimes the way I look at things is that, you know, when I can cut out alcohol, I can pretty much cut out anything else. But I also don't have a lot of things because I don't have the alcohol. I still want to enjoy some things, so it's a tough thing. I got to see how I'm willing to give some of these things a chance. So we got another appointment in a couple weeks, and so that we'll wait till that appointment. And I'm just going to start with the breakfast thing now. I've been eating better as my first meal of the day, and waiting to drink my coffee until after I eat my meal because of the the problems, and I think a lot of these issues are caused from my past, right? So I didn't take very good care of myself, so now I pay. But sometimes I think it's a blessing in disguise because there's a lot of things I can't eat. I hate to say it. I can't eat a lot of things because I feel like, so I don't eat them. And I think that causes me to not be too like overweight or anything either, right? But I do exercise and take, you know, if I could eat fried foods every day and not feel bad, I would probably. But those are fatty, and so then so we'll see how that goes. And then this weekend I got a big chore ahead. I have I'm painting my deck, and it's a decent enough sized deck, and I already I pressure washed it off, which is another story. So the day I went to go pressure wash it, the outside nozzle or faucet busted, cracked. It apparently froze over the winter. I know I always take my hose off, but somehow it froze still. Doesn't matter, it happened, right? So, and when it froze and I turned it on a couple weeks ago, it busted through the downstairs wall, my stepdaughter's room, and it went all over her room. Luckily enough, I caught it within probably 15 minutes because I had sent my stepson back inside, and he came running out. It's like, there's water everywhere. And sure enough, thankfully he went inside, because I probably would have been doing that for a good hour or so had he not. And who knows how bad it could have been then. But so yeah, I got some of those parts done, and I'm just gonna I'm not a handyman. I'm just gonna get the deck done well enough. It's like the third time I've done it on this deck. It's never fun. My wife has, you know, she's a hairstylist, so she's got this big thing they're doing with her products and stuff at the salon she works at. So she'll be like doing that Friday and Saturday, right? And so I'm gonna paint it sometime Saturday morning is my plan. I'm gonna wash it off again one more time tomorrow night, Friday night, and get working on it Saturday morning, and hopefully keep the kids busy. You know, keep them occupied with something before, you know, we do some stuff throughout the day. So, but you know, it's not my favorite thing to do in the world. Is well, I consider them chores. I mean, I know some people love that stuff, but my free time is limited, and there's other things I'd rather do. So, but I can do it sober, so there's a positive, right? That's the plan, at least. Well, all right, so how about you guys? You ever been to a dietitian? That should be interesting. I don't know where that's gonna go. What would you rather do? Go to a dietitian or paint your deck this weekend? I don't know. I already feel a little better after like just a couple days of eating a little better, you know. And so this person's like registered and apparently know what they're doing. I'm gonna try to follow along, even if I don't agree with it. You know, that's. I don't always know what's best for me, and some of my best decisions got me to where I was anyway, and that wasn't a good thing. Alrighty, so thank you for joining the first episode of the Unscripted Lens. Yeah, we'll do some more of these things going forward. Yeah, thanks for tuning into the first episode of the Unscripted Lens. I'm almost at my destination anyway. That was good timing. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.